Hello, I'm Jacob. Welcome to the Prepper's Bunker Outdoors. Today, we are going to compare small and light. There's a couple more variables to this than that. Small, light, a little bit difficult to shoot, low capacity, and larger, very light, but a little bit heavier than this, higher capacity and easier to shoot. This is the Smith & Wesson 317 kit gun. Aluminum, basically everything but barrel sleeve and a couple other little parts. And the North American Arms Sidewinder, single action only. This is single action or double action. Single action only, all stainless steel. And although it feels heavy, substantial, and it is wonderfully made, it is still lighter than the Smith & Wesson Airweight. So let's look at these two pistols and then let's do some shooting. Before we get started here, this channel was made possible through sales on my website, Beach and Tactical, where I hand make custom slings for rifles and gear. Also through Patreon, where you can support the channel directly. And I do have an Amazon store where you can see premium gear that I have personally used, tested, most of which I still own, and I will absolutely vouch for. So, what we've got here, again, North American Arms Sidewinder. I've had it for years. I have probably over 1,000 rounds through it. I've concealed carried it to water parks and while running and doing all sorts of things, and I love shooting it. And the 317 kit gun, which is a gun that I envision for walking in the woods, for being a very lightweight option for hunting. It is upgraded with these Hogue G10 grips, which I absolutely love. They're a little bit shorter than the factory rubber grips. They add just about 1/4 of an ounce of weight, but the shortness hasn't affected accuracy for me because there's almost no recoil anyways, and the traction on these things stick them to your hand like a glove. Okay, so let's get to weighing. Come on, Scout. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. All right, North American Arms, 5-shot single action only with rosewood impersonation grips. 7 ounces, empty. Smith & Wesson kit gun, 8-shot, single or double action, and also empty. 11.9 ounces. So that puts us at about a 5-ounce disadvantage for an extra 3 rounds in double action and quite a bit of extra size and barrel length. Let's see how accuracy adds up between these two, starting with the Sidewinder. So what we are talking about shooting today is an extended gun Skele-Target. It's actually my last one. I like these a lot. As you can tell, we are very close to the target. You know, this is just about 10 feet. So a very close self-defense distance. I am not going to shoot rapidly. I'm going to shoot at a decent little pace. And I'm not going to shoot from a bench to show accuracy because it's really not what the pistol is for. We're just going to kind of look at accuracy, do a 5-shot group to kind of generalize what the pistol is about. So, let's aim right at his nose. All right, you drop the cylinder, pop my empties out there. Come on, there we go. We are clear. Such a fun little gun, I'm telling you. Not my choice for hunting, but let's go check out that target. All right, so I was aiming at his nose, sunk one into his nose, a couple were off. Now, one of the things that people don't realize is that is not a kill shot. That's probably not a kill shot And these 2 rounds, it looks like it keyholed, but I don't believe it did. That's 2 rounds. Might not be a kill shot. Might have rotated into the eye socket. They're certainly going to disorient and deter an attacker, but with a motivated attacker, a lot of these aren't going to do it. But this one right in his nose, that will. Consider that we are very close, and I took my time. This was a low-stress shoot, but the problem with carrying this as either a primary or a backup self-defense firearm is if you don't understand and respect the limitations of carrying either 22 long rifle or 22 Magnum, it could potentially be more harm than good. This is certainly a last-ditch little setup, but let me just say, this thing is so much fun to shoot. Hey, so check it out. I finally found the Ear Pro that my wife got me. Electric Ear Pro is nice, and I can stop wearing the pink Ear Pro that I stole from her because I found them. But they match everything else in my house. I need to put like an orange band over the top of them or something so I don't lose them anymore. Anyways, I'm going to shoot all 8 rounds, so we are going to be comparing a 5 and 8 round group. But again, this is fairly informal. We're very close, and I think that this is a practical way to show you accuracy. Obviously, it's not scientific. I could shoot a whole lot more, but neither of these are bench guns, guys. And so let's just get shooting. And I'm going to be shooting in single action with the Smith & Wesson, because I think that's the fairest way to compare the accuracy to the North American Arms, which is single action. But you do have the option of double action with the Smith & Wesson, obviously. And I'm going to be shooting at the guy's left eyeball. So hopefully I can group it tight enough so that we can tell the difference between the 2 groups. Gotta admit, I'm kind of embarrassed. Let's check it out. Well, gosh dang it, I got ahead of myself. You can see what I've got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I had done my job right, I could have put them all into a quarter easily. I am a little bit bummed, but it's still fairly obvious. The difference in grouping here. The Smith & Wesson 317 is a joy to shoot. It absolutely is. I've got, I think, 700 or 800 rounds through it now, and I will actually be doing a full review on these grips and a longer term review on the pistol itself, because this pistol is actually going to be part of a whole kit and lifestyle for me. But nonetheless, you've got this group here of 5 rounds, this group here of 8, but if you don't account for whatever the crap is going on with me right there, I'm telling you, this could be a quarter right here very easily. This is a quick comparison video, and maybe I didn't show you really the difference between these 2 pistols as accurately as I might have if I had a film crew or I knew what the crap I was doing. But the Smith & Wesson 317 kit gun is probably as small as I would go if I wanted a lightweight hunting pistol. Small and light. I think if it was a little heavier, like the Model 63, which is the same pistol but stainless, it'd probably be easier to shoot. The North American Arms is really cool, but it's really a niche kind of self-defense gun, but I almost don't want it to call it that because people get the wrong idea. It's a last-ditch, at best, self-defense gun, but really it is a fun gun to own and shoot. Would I hunt with it? Yeah, if I didn't care so much. It'd be a lot of fun to go out with a bunch of friends and try and get a squirrel with it, but not practical. But I think that that brings the point of the gun together. It's just so fun. How would I compare quality? I do think that North American Arms does a better job of fit and finish than Smith & Wesson does, but I know of 3 North American Arms that have triggers that are not nearly as nice as this one. And although Smith & Wesson has been having a lot of difficulty with quality control and fit and finish recently, at least their trigger pull, I believe, is usually probably more consistent than that. Anyways, it's pretty basic, guys. Small versus light. I personally believe that I'll be throwing this into the swim trunks instead of this. Being that it's larger, even though it's heavier, the weight distributes better anywhere that it's packed. It feels like it's lighter weight, even in hand, even though it's 5 ounces heavier. It's just, the bottom line is, this is a more capable gun, but it is also considerably larger. So, what do you think? You like the North American Arms? You like the kit gun? I look forward to hearing your comments in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that you share the video, give it a comment, thumbs up, thumbs down. Please subscribe, and I hope that you have a blessed day. Thank you for watching.